Well, look, I've been in this league a long time, and Sophie has been somebody since college that I love her game. Fellow Missourian, so watched her for 4 years at Mizzou, and then obviously has done great things at Phoenix. I think she's always willing to step in and do whatever it takes to win. Obviously an incredible shooter, but can guard multiple positions. So really just continues for us that theme of versatility. She can come in and do a lot of things for us.
Shooting in general felt like something you guys really wanted to prioritize. How high on that ranking list was that for you as a skill you guys wanted to get?
Yeah, very high. I mean, she helps us spread the floor, which opens things up for, Caitlin to operate, for Kelsey, for Aaliyah. Again, you get back to the versatility of our roster. When you have a shooter like Sophie, somebody who's consistently at the top of the league every single year in terms of her effectiveness from beyond the arc, that really helps everybody else too. So definitely that was a big part of it, but it's her whole game, offensively, defensively, everything she brings to the table as a competitor, I think will impact us.
I know you guys talked about the locker room culture a lot. Just how does she fit into that?
Well, she's a lot of fun. You can tell that very quickly. But again, we have competitors. We have people that want to win. And there's a theme when you look across all the moves that we've made during free agency. These are really high basketball IQ competitive individuals. And when you ask all of them what their number one priority is, it is to win. And Sophie Cunningham is cut from that cloth as well. She wants to come in here and do her part, play her role to help us win a championship. So first and foremost, she's a competitor and we love that about her.
How pleased are you with how things turned out over the last couple of months? Because, you never know going into what it might be like.
Yeah, very pleased. I mean, again, to add, obviously I've said since day one, Kelsey Mitchell was the top priority. So getting her committed back, part of that big three was really, really set us up for success with that happening early on. A lot of vets want to play with somebody like Kelsey when you talk about Natasha Howard, when you talk about Dewana Bonner, and then obviously acquiring Sophie through the trade and then on down the line, securing Sid Colson and her championship experience. So again, we really started with, competitors, people who have experience, that do things at a really high level. They operate at a high level, the way that they train, the way that they compete. So been really pleased. I'm excited to get everybody in here and get started.
You're going on, I think, month 6 now on the job. Has anything surprised you or gone smoother than you expected? How would you look back at these first 5 months?
It's been incredible. Great experience. Obviously, again, I've been in the league a long time. I've known Kelly Krauskopf for 20 years now. So I've always admired this franchise and the way that they operate, the Simon family's investment in the Fever since day one, to come in here and be a part of, this incredible thing that's going on in Indiana right now. Really just the people. I mean, you come in with really high expectations. And again, I've known Kelly for a long time, known Lynn, but, from the top down, Mel Raines, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, everybody has been absolutely wonderful, and we're all pulling in the same direction. And that's really what will ultimately, I think, lead to success for our organization.
Okay, what you can add, you guys?
Number one is toughness. I think I've been watching Sophie for quite a while since she's been in the W, and Amber and I've talked before about how she's the kind of player you always want to have on your team. She has an edge to her game, and I think that is part of what makes her very appealing to add to our group.
You had a bunch of players with finals experience at some point. Coincidence, intentional? What made that something that happened for you?
Intentional. I think having that highest level playoff experience is really important. Because, first round, you haven't done anything. Second round, you're almost there. Finals, you're there. So knowing how hard it is to do that, I think, is really important. And having that in your locker room is important. Look, when we get started, it's I always joke, say we haven't done anything yet. So right now the team looks good on paper, but we'll see, how it all comes together on the court.
Kelly, can you describe kind of what free agency was like given the current circumstances where everybody was signing one-year deals, and any uniqueness that added to what you just went through?
I think most everybody in the league knew, this was going to be kind of a short-term roster building process, and that's fine. That's good for us. We just wanted the opportunity to have players come be a part of our franchise, understand what this next era is going to be like, we have all hands on deck, and everybody here, from our coaching staff to our front office people on the Pacers side, everybody is all involved. So, I think it's great for players, even on one-year deals, if they're just coming here for 1 year to see if we can do something special.
What was kind of the feel from free agents given the circumstances here? Sophie was talking about how she's wanted to play for Steph for many years now, and then obviously the Caitlin appeal.
Having a coaching staff led by Stephanie White is an absolute bonus for us. I mean, I've obviously known Stephanie for a long time. We've worked together as well. So players want to play for great coaches. They want to play with other great players. And it starts with the leader on the floor, which is your head coach. And Steph is a great communicator. She's cerebral in the way she approaches the game, and she's a player's coach. So I think players around the league know that. And right off the bat, when we started talking to players, they knew what they were going to get in a head coach.